Your skin, nails, and even your breath can quietly reveal how well your kidneys are doing long before lab results ever do. Every day, I see people who come in feeling just tired or with swollen ankles they blame on aging, only to discover their kidneys have been struggling for years without a single clear symptom. And they're not alone. According to the National Kidney Foundation, nearly 90% of people with chronic kidney disease don't even know they have it. That's because kidney problems often hide behind ordinary everyday signs. But here's the hopeful part. If you can recognize the early warning signs, you can almost always slow or even stop the damage and protect your heart, brain, and energy levels in the process. So in this video, we're going to break down what your body is trying to tell you through 17 subtle signs of kidney trouble, from your nails to your skin, from your energy levels to how you sleep at night. And don't worry, this won't be a scary list of symptoms. Instead, I'll show you what's normal, what's not, and most importantly, what you can do starting today to keep your kidneys strong and healthy. We'll explore how to spot the first physical signs your kidneys are under stress, what everyday habits silently hurt your kidney function, and what Harvard, Cleveland Clinic, and Mayo Clinic researchers say can reverse early kidney decline naturally. Before we begin, it's worth remembering. Your kidneys aren't just filters, they're lifelines. These two small bean-shaped organs, about the size of your fists, quietly clean your blood 30 times a day. They balance your electrolytes, manage blood pressure, activate vitamin D, and even help control your mood and sleep by regulating hormones. When they're healthy, you feel calm, energetic, and clear-headed. When they're not fatigued, swelling, high blood pressure, brain fog, and sleep problems start creeping in. But the good news is, by catching changes early, many people can restore kidney function naturally through hydration balance, diet adjustments, and simple lifestyle habits. That's what this video is all about, helping you notice early, act early, and protect these incredible organs before it's too late. Let's start with one of the most overlooked but powerful signs, something you can notice today without any test. Your urine. When your urine starts to look unusually foamy, not just a few bubbles that fade quickly, but a thick, lasting foam layer that looks a bit like the head on a beer, it may signal that protein is leaking through your kidneys. That protein, called albumin, normally stays in your blood, but when the kidney's microscopic filters called glomeruli become damaged or inflamed, albumin slips through and ends up in your urine. And that's not just a random occurrence. It's one of the earliest indicators of kidney strain, something the National Institutes of Health now emphasizes as a key screening clue, especially for people over 50 or anyone with high blood pressure, diabetes, or a long history of taking pain relievers like ibuprofen. Here's a simple home awareness tip I often share with my patients. If your urine consistently looks frothy, especially in the morning, and it doesn't go away after hydration, it's worth getting a urine albumin test from your doctor. It's quick, inexpensive, and can detect kidney stress years before serious damage occurs. Now, here's why it matters. When albumin leaks out, your blood has less of this key protein, and albumin's job is to keep fluid inside your blood vessels. Without enough, that fluid starts leaking into surrounding tissues, leading to swelling especially around the ankles, feet, or under the eyes. You can test this at home. Sit down, roll up your pant leg, and gently press your thumb into your shin for 5 seconds. If it leaves a noticeable dent, what doctors call pitting edema, your body might be holding onto fluid because of low albumin or sluggish kidneys. Now, don't panic if your ankles swell after a long day of standing or a salty dinner. That's common. But if it happens regularly, or you wake up with puffy eyes or tight shoes, it's time to pay attention. The Mayo Clinic reports that this type of recurring swelling, especially when paired with fatigue or nighttime urination, could be one of the earliest signs of declining kidney function. And here's something most people don't realize. Even though you might look bloated, your blood volume is actually lower. So your kidneys think you are dehydrated, and in response, they hold on to even more salt and water, creating a vicious cycle of swelling and water retention. Breaking that cycle starts with awareness and gentle adjustment. Cut down on processed foods rich in sodium and phosphate additives. They're hidden in deli meats, fast food, and canned soups. Stay well hydrated, but avoid overhydrating. Balance is key. Add potassium-rich foods like avocados, spinach, or bananas only if your doctor approves, since potassium levels depend on your kidney stage. And get gentle daily movement, like a 20-minute walk, to help your lymphatic and circulatory systems push excess fluid back to the heart. Small changes like these can make a huge difference over time. In the next part, we'll look at even more subtle signs, including changes in your nails, skin, and bones that might quietly point to kidney problems long before lab tests do. Because your body always whispers before it shouts. Signs in your nails, skin, and bones. Here's something most people never expect. Your nails can reveal what your blood test can't yet. If you notice your nails have two distinct color zones, a pale, almost white base and a darker reddish-brown top, you may be seeing what doctors call half and half nails. It doesn't hurt, and it's not from polish or trauma. But it's been observed in people with chronic kidney disease for decades. Now, not everyone with kidney problems develops these nails, and not everyone with half and half nails has kidney disease. But when you see this along with fatigue, swelling, or foamy urine, it's worth paying attention. Researchers at the Cleveland Clinic note that the nail changes likely occur because of altered circulation and changes in hemoglobin levels as kidney function declines. When the kidneys struggle, they produce less of a hormone called erythropoietin or EPO, the same one athletes sometimes use to boost performance. Without enough EPO, your red blood cell count drops, and oxygen delivery throughout your body decreases. Over time, this can show up in your nails, skin, and energy levels. Your skin, the hidden window to kidney health. Now, let's talk about something you can feel: your skin. Itching that seems to come out of nowhere, especially at night, can be an early signal of uremic buildup, a condition where waste products that your kidneys would normally filter start accumulating in the bloodstream. Here's why this happens. As kidney function declines, toxins, phosphorus, and uric acid start to build up. These substances irritate the skin's nerve endings and trigger itch receptors. Harvard Health Publishing explains that this is also linked to an imbalance in calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that, when out of sync, can cause tiny crystal deposits in your skin. Some people describe the sensation as a deep itch they can't scratch away, like it's coming from under the skin rather than on the surface. But here's the hopeful part. You can ease this symptom long before it becomes severe. Stay hydrated, even mild. Dehydration thickens your blood and concentrates waste, worsening itchiness. Moisturize regularly, using unscented creams or coconut oil after showering. Limit phosphate-rich processed foods like sodas, cheese spreads, or deli meats. And ask your doctor about checking your phosphorus and calcium balance, because that's one of the easiest ways to detect kidney strain before major damage occurs. If you start noticing small white or yellow bumps under the skin that feel firm, especially near joints or fingers, that may be a condition called calcinosis cutis. It happens when calcium and phosphate join together and form tiny deposits in the skin. While this sounds alarming, it's often your body's way of signaling that phosphate levels are climbing and your kidneys are struggling to flush them out. The Mayo Clinic warns that when these mineral deposits build up inside blood vessels instead of the skin, they can cause hardening, a condition called vascular calcification. That's one reason people with kidney disease are at much higher risk for heart attacks or strokes. Their arteries literally become less flexible, turning to bone in a way. Imagine the arteries as soft rubber tubes, flexible, responsive, pulsing with life. Now imagine them stiffening like chalk over time because of phosphate overload. That's what doctors see on x-rays. Arteries so calcified, they actually appear as bright white lines. The good news? It's preventable. Cutting down on phosphate additives, not just natural sources like meat or dairy, but hidden ones in fast foods, processed cheeses, and soft drinks can dramatically ease your kidney's workload. And adding foods rich in magnesium and antioxidants, such as leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and berries, supports natural detoxification. The bone connection, what most people miss. Here's something fascinating that often surprises patients. When kidneys struggle, your bones silently pay the price. That's because your kidneys play a key role in activating vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium. When kidney function drops, vitamin D activation drops too, so calcium absorption from food decreases. To compensate, your body pulls calcium out of your bones to keep blood levels steady. Over time, this causes bones to weaken, a condition called renal osteodystrophy. You might not notice it at first, but if you realize you've lost an inch or two in height, or if your posture feels more hunched, those could be early clues. Doctors at Johns Hopkins Medicine report that people with chronic kidney disease are at increased risk for spinal compression fractures and bone brittleness even before being diagnosed. You don't have to wait for that to happen. You can start protecting your bones and kidneys right now by getting safe sunlight exposure, 10-15 minutes a day if possible, to boost natural vitamin D production, including foods rich in calcium and magnesium like tofu, leafy greens, and fortified plant-based milks. Avoiding excessive soda intake, which contains phosphoric acid, one of the worst culprits for calcium loss. Doing light resistance or balance exercises like chair squats or wall push-ups, proven by Harvard researchers to slow both bone and muscle loss after 60. Night cramps and muscle pain not always just age. Have you ever been jolted awake by a sudden muscle cramp in your leg or foot? Most people over 60 chalk it up to dehydration or sleeping wrong, but for some, it's a signal from the kidneys. Here's what's really happening. As your kidneys lose their ability to balance minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium, your muscles become more prone to involuntary contractions. When these minerals are low, the electrical impulses that tell your muscles to relax get disrupted, and that's when the painful spasm hits. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that chronic kidney disease often leads to low magnesium levels and increased acidity in the blood, both of which can trigger night cramps. If you're experiencing frequent nighttime cramps, consider having your electrolyte levels checked. It's one of the simplest ways to assess kidney stress early on. To ease these cramps naturally, do gentle calf stretches before bed. Stay hydrated during the day, but avoid chugging water late at night. Add a small portion of magnesium-rich foods like almonds or pumpkin seeds to your evening routine. And keep your legs warm at night, since cold muscles cramp more easily. Your body gives quiet warnings long before things go wrong through your urine, your skin, your nails, even your sleep. The more we learn to listen, the more control we gain. You have the power to rewrite your kidney story starting today. Even small steps, drinking wisely, walking daily, eating mindfully, create ripples that reach every organ in your body. Your turn. Which of these small kidney-saving habits will you start today? Maybe it's cutting back on salt or taking a calm evening walk. Share it below your story, might inspire someone else watching this. And if you found this helpful, remember, subscribe to Vital Health Guide US for more trusted, science-backed health secrets for life after 60. We're here to help you stay strong, clear-minded, and full of vitality, one simple change at a time. Until next time, stay kind to your body, and your kidneys will thank you.